Hello, welcome to Remember Me, the show about the sudden rise to fame.
Each week we talk to the people who burst onto our screens.
We talk the highs, the lows, the headlines, and what happens when the attention fades.
From tabloid chaos
to early internet madness.
So where do they go and what are they up to?
I'm Maisie Adam.
And I'm Scott Bryan.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you never miss an update or an episode. This is Remember Me. Hello, joining us in the studio today. I'm so excited for this one. An absolute childhood legend. Feels like she held our hand through our youth, Scott.
Oh, she did.
It's Dani Harmer, a.k.a. actual Tracy Beaker.
I mean, this is one of those sort of cultural moments where it feels as if you don't really need to give an introduction.
No.
Because it was such a massive force in British culture. I think you were either a CBBC kid or you were a CITV kid.
Yes.
And if you were a CBBC kid, and most, the best kids were, the story of Tracy Beaker was right at the heart of it.
Absolutely.
Because it was based off of the hugely successful Jacqueline Wilson book.
Yeah.
And it was about a kid in what was referred to as the dumping ground.
Yeah.
With other kids and going through all of the torment of growing up and dealing with boys.
Yeah.
And all these mixed new emotions coming through.
Yep.
And it felt rebellious. It felt cool. It didn't feel very BBC-ish, which was quite good.
Well, no, because it was all of these things as well, but in the backdrop of the care system.
Yeah.
So it was very, very new for its time. There was nothing else kind of telling these stories. And Dani is exceptionally open in kind of how it achieved things with that and how it failed in other aspects. Also, for anybody who's heard how we've introduced it going, it's Tracy Beaker. Dani herself is very, very at peace with being Tracy Beaker.
Well, so much so that she says that for most of her life, she's been referred to as Tracy more than she actually has been by her actual name, Dani.
I mean, yeah.
She also has a Tracy Beaker tattoo.
Yes.
Which she shows, and we talk about tattoos for about 10 minutes.
Full glory. So do get on the visuals if you can. The show went on to spawn many sequels that you may remember that also starred Dani Harmer, the last of which, My Mum, Tracy Beaker, released in 2021, became CBBC's most successful launch show ever.
Quite an achievement considering that CBBC started back in, I think, 2004.
Over 2.1 million people tuned in to watch the first episode of this on the first 3 days alone.
Myself included.
I was going to say, a lot of those must have been adults revisiting their youth.
May I just say, it's a bit weird when you're a full-grown adult. Back then, I was in my early 30s, tuning into a kids' channel, trying to feel a bit of emotional closure. But you know what? She absolutely nailed it.
And it's like nothing's passed. Like she still looks exactly the same.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We mentioned that straight away. I think also the fact that we kind of tap into when you're really successful really early on, and she was super successful.
Yeah.
She kind of came through okay. In terms of navigating being a kid and then the transition into adulthood.
Oh,
we
absolutely.
have seen, through the media, through the popular culture,
yeah,
so many different sad stories of those who were child stars, became hugely successful, and then things obviously did not work out as being in adulthood. But Dani is the antithesis
I
of
was
that.
really excited for this one, Scott, because she's the first child star that we've had on this show.
Yeah.
And if you've listened to any of the other episodes, we've heard grown adults talk about what it was like, sure, in their younger adult years, but still adult, what it's like to blow up overnight, to suddenly have more money than you've ever thought you would ever have, to have people recognise you in the street, in shopping centres, wherever, and feel this sort of, at best, connection with you, at worst, sometimes ownership of you.
Yeah.
And Dani was navigating that in real time, in her own childhood, and being this sort of hallmark of all of our childhoods. And she has come out not only not bitter about any of that, but an incredibly well-rounded individual.
So lovely.
Still with a lot of love for her career and her character of Tracy Beaker. She doesn't resent it.
No.
It's really beautiful to see.
And it's come full circle. Still in it now.
Right? It's
so lovely. Oh God.
It's really
Drop a card
special.
of excitement.
He's thrown his cards away in excitement. We'll get underway. So do pull up a beanbag in the dumping ground. Get ready to shout "bog off" and "I hate you, Justine Littlewood," and enjoy this two-parter. Yes, it's that good. Yes, there's so much to unpack because this is Dani Harmer. I came to see you on a Girl Guide trip when I was a kid in a production of Midnight. Yes?
Did you?
Yes.
Midnight?
The Jacqueline Wilson book. Midnight?
No, that
No,
wouldn't have been me.
no. I've seen you.
That's
Love Letters.
That wasn't me.
No. Danny, it was.
Nope.
What if
No
I've
idea
had a
what you're
dream
talking
and
about.
I've literally, like, last week I was like, I'm so excited for the Dani Harmer one. I actually went and saw her in a production of Midnight.
Oh,
I'm
no,
pretty
I don't
sure that
actually know what
Dani
you're
would know
saying.
where she's been and what she's done.
I know. The grown-up...
This is news to me. So,
So you've not been in a production of, the grown-up book she did?
oh,
Like,
I'm
more-
sorry. Do you mean like like one of those like evening with Jacqueline Wilson's?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I did do that. Like recently.
No, when I
Oh,
was
no.
when I was a child.
This is a real roller coaster.
Hang on,
20
an
years
adult
ago.
book of Jacqueline Wilson.
So,
and I was there.
No, the more grown-up ones, like Love Letters. She did Love Letters, Midnight.
I want the whole
the
interview
movie
to be
Big
this, by the
Brother.
way.
Wait, so why was I there?
You were in it.
What do you mean in it? Like
You
in
were
a play?
It was a play, yeah. Like a
No,
play.
I've never done a play of Jacqueline Wilson.
No.
No.
So I've dreamt
You've
it.
totally dreamt it.
But I
you're ma-
dreamt.
You're making this whole
That's
thing up.
such an
But I'm living
accurate
for
dream
it
to
though.
have, though, that I've dreamt I've gone to see.
Will it make you feel better if I just go along with it for this?
No. No, that's like what we do with my nan who had dementia. Be like, oh, it's cruel to take you out of reality. We'll just go along with it.
I'm really sorry. No, that's not me. Some other weird person with curly hair.
Well,
that
that's the
likes
end of
Bob
the
Dylan
interview.
McFly.
Thanks very
Yeah,
much.
thanks for having me.
This has happened before, though. I've dreamt things. The memory I have
I'll
of you is you waving
I'll
to the
take-
stalls and people stood up clapping,
That's so lovely, but
but didn't happen.
it just didn't. No, that never happened.
It's absolutely harrowing.
Oh.
Dreadful. Don't worry, I have had no questions on it. Just wanted to be like,
Great,
you were
but-
great. Thanks for the core memory.
That's how
And
the
you're
podcast
like,
should
the
have
core memory
start.
doesn't exist, babe.
Yeah.
Great, good to know. Wasn't even in the guides.
Goodness.
We're good to go.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
And the voice from
Do you know
above.
how loud that is?
I'm
scared to use it again.
Yeah, that's better. That was absolutely.
my chair.
I was like, God.
You call setting fire to my whole kitchen a favour? Have a good laugh, did you, in your fancy house with your fancy mum? I hate you, you big fat liar!
No one told us there was going to be a freak show.
I dare you to eat a worm. You're not scared of worms, are you? I'm not scared of anything.
Dani Harmer, welcome to Remember Me.
Thank you so much for having me.
So
lovely to have
excited.
you.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
we've been buzzing for this one.
Thanks.
You're like we grew up with you, alongside you. That you must get this all the time.
I do, but it's always nice to hear. Everyone's always really nice to me because I remind them of being a kid, so it's lovely.
Yeah. What's that? Do you sometimes feel conflicted about it because, like, you've grown up with people and it's sort of, they remember you, but you won't remember, like,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
have
know
no
them.
idea who anyone is.
No,
No
exactly.
idea. And also everyone makes me feel really old because they're always like, oh, I used to watch you as a kid. I'm like, oh, great, thank you.
Oh, God, they put a number on it.
Lovely. They do,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, great, thank you.
The
That's
passage
really, really
of
great.
time.
Yeah, exactly. I had like a 14-year-old come up to me the other day and they were like, oh my gosh, my mum used to love you when she was a kid. And I was like,
No.
oh my gosh, gross.
My mum used to love you.
I'm getting that now. Yeah,
God.
I know.
Has your response to people going like, oh my God, Dani Harmer, changed over the years? Like, as you've been able to sort of go from being Tracey Beaker to reflecting on it to coming back as Tracey Beaker? Like, have you changed your relationship to it?
No, I still think it's really weird when people recognise me. Like, it still freaks me out because I'm like, oh, great, thank you. Like, I still just find it so odd because I'm just me.
What do they tend to do? Do they quote?
They quote all the time, and I
no.
love it
Oh, do
because
you?
I do actually,
Okay.
because people always think it will be the first time that anyone's ever
That
said
someone's-
bog off to me,
Oh my
and
God.
I live for it because it's their face. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, bog off, and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. I've
You've
not
got
heard
really
that
well
ever.
rehearsed at laughing and going,
I
that is
have.
so funny.
I have.
Look
I'm like,
at you.
oh, you're great. It's brilliant. I've not heard that today. It's brilliant. I do. I live for it.
What has been the
That's
weirdest
nice.
place where someone has brought that up?
Oh gosh. Oh, you name it. I've had it. Like
Really?
clubs, Sainsbury's,
In the
restaurant.
imagine
Like
the morning after go. Do you remember we met Tracy Beaker in the club?
yeah, I've had that quite a lot. adults.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would.
In the toilet. It's always in the toilet when you've just come out after having a wee. Aren't you Tracy Beaker? And I'm like, oh my gosh, did you just listen to me have a pee?
But
So, yeah,
also,
it's
like,
always uncomfortable.
Girlies in the loo is such a holy space anyway. Of like,
Absolutely.
you make really good friendships there. And
you?
Yeah.
it's a.
You share your deepest, darkest secrets
There's
in
not
them
really
toilets.
a space like it, is
No, there isn't.
Done it like strangers bond there in a way that feels so lovely and supportive. The only way it could be infinitely improved is like sort of washing your hands and looking in the mirror and going, oh my God, are you Tracy Beaker? That's mental.
Yeah.
God.
It's just a beautiful moment that we all share.
You were a child star, Dani, and you transferred sort of out of that with seemingly very little difficulty from the outside.
Yeah.
So compared to, I think, what, a lot of people see with people really struggling to kind of adapt from being known for a role that they had in childhood, what was your experience of leaving that chapter behind and going into and claiming your own sort of adult identity?
Yeah, so I got quite lucky in a way in that things like Strictly came up.
Yeah.
I did Rocky Horror, which was just like one of my ultimate bucket list jobs.
Really?
I never ended up in rehab. Yay me! So yeah, I suppose in a way I did get really lucky, but I really just wanted to be seen as someone other than Tracy Beaker.
Yeah.
That didn't quite work out because, here I am, nearly 40, and I'm still very much Tracy Beaker. But I suppose I've kind of grown up and realised I will always be Tracy Beaker. So now I've kind of embraced that.
Yeah.
A teenage me really wanted to get rid of her at one point. I think I even sat down with the producers of Tracy Beaker and I was like,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought I turned it off. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, at least it was a good ringtone.
Oh, no, it's a terrible ringtone.
It's so boomer, that
it's
ringtone.
off now. Apologies, I really thought that was
That
off.
was real boomer ringtone. I thought you'd have a younger ringtone than that, Scott.
I don't think I've had
That's
my
up there
phone
with that
on
one.
for like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my ringtone is.
No, that's
That's
up
made
there
me
with that
think
one
what
that's
mine
like
is.
da-na-na-na-na.
That's
always blasted on a
This is
train.
what I'm like as I'm
by a
approaching
man
my
in a
40s.
cagoule. Yeah.
But at one point, as a teenager, I really wanted to get rid of Tracy. I think I sat down with the producers at one point and was like, should we just kill her off?
Really?
Yeah, let's just kill her. And they were like, no, we really can't do that. Think of the kids. Like, I think they'll be a little bit upset.
Yeah, that's quite a triggering episode.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Why did you want to kill her?
I just wanted to get as far away from her as possible.
Yeah.
So instead of killing off Tracy Beaker, I just straightened my hair. I thought that'll do it.
It's amazing what GHDs can do.
Do you know what I mean? They've been coming
But
up
that
in the
must
world.
be really tricky if you've navigated your youth, which for everybody is where you find your identity and you feel linked forever to this character that serves you for your childhood and is an amazing role to get and is, a really... She's a great character. I bet she was really fun to play. But there must have been a time where you go, actually, I want to be Dani and I want to be an adult and I want to be a grown-up. And people go, what are your hobbies rather than bog off?
I know. Well, I got to the point where I was being called Tracy more than I was getting called my name. So I just wanted to get to a point where I was like, come on, I'm an actor. I want to go off and I want to do other things. So yeah, I just got to a point where I was just a bit bored of playing her. But that lasted for a couple of years, then I kind of really missed her because she's a great character.
I was going to say, how did you come back to the point of embracing her again? Because I've seen Macaulay Culkin speaks about very similar thing. He went and really hated the idea of being Kevin McAllister.
Yeah.
And now, every Christmas, he's all over it, going,
yeah.
he loves it.
I just
Where do you get that space back from?
Yeah, I just really miss playing her. She's such a great character.
Yeah.
There is no character like Tracy Beaker. And I love her. And I'm like everyone else, I'm a massive fan of the show. Like I want to know what's happening next.
Yeah.
And when the opportunity came up with Tracy Beaker Returns to bring her back, I was like, actually, yeah, I do want to bring her back and I do want to bring her back as an adult. And it also kind of helped me be seen as an adult as well and someone, in an authority figure. And so that actually did help with my transition into being an adult actor.
You've grown
as
up
well.
and so has Tracy.
We kind of scratched each other's backs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
What
did
was
help.
it like going back on set as an adult?
It was weird because I was only like 19 at the time, so I was still very much still a kid, let's be honest. You're not a grown-up by any stretch of the imagination, but I very much felt like,
Yeah.
you guys have still got to do tutoring. I don't. Look at me. I can go and have a vodka after work. You can't. Ha ha.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, look at you with all your chaperones and not me. So, but it very much still felt like the same. You know, some of our crew was still the same. Obviously, I still had Connor who played Mike. So it still had that familiarity about it, which I loved. So yeah, but I just felt older and a little bit wiser.
Yeah. Well, speaking of wiser, when you were younger and you were, I mean, Tracey Beaker was sort of, to my memory, like the flagship CBBC program, like very much that was the show, and very quotable in the playground. Everybody kind of related to you or aspired to be like you, or it was just something that was growing up with us. Did you feel a pressure when you were playing Tracey to be a sort of ambassador for children's TV and to be a role model, I suppose?
Do you know what? I never really did feel a pressure, and thank goodness I didn't. And I think a lot of that comes from there being like no social media. Thank goodness.
Yeah, wow.
I think had this opportunity to come at a different time, I think I probably would have felt that pressure, but thank goodness. Had I known how big the show would have been when we first started, I think it would have been a completely different story that I'm
How old
telling
were
now.
you when-
I was 12.
Goodness.
So if I'd known that it was going to be huge, if social media had been around, I think you would have been looking at a completely different person right now. I think I would have
Yeah.
been totally broken on the floor somewhere, just rocking backwards and forwards. But
Yeah.
the fact that when I first got approached to do the role, it was 26 episodes. They were really, really short, 15-minute episodes. They were going out straight after school. And I just kind of thought, well, is anyone really going to watch that? Probably not. It was going out on a brand new channel called CBBC, which hadn't even launched yet. So I was kind of like, oh, hey, it's either going to be watched or it's not. Let's just take a chance on it. So it was kind of very much like, I had no idea how it was going to do. And it was kind of like an overnight success, to be honest. It was only kind of way later that kind of pressure was starting to build as I was getting older. And I very much felt like there was an entire program resting on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And I guess I was just one of those weird kids that pressure didn't really get to me too much, and I kind of just took everything in my stride. I think I was just an old soul.
Right.
I think I was always the kid that was sort of hanging out with the adults. And
Okay.
Being 12 when you landed this role, did that mean that you were still going to school when the show was being made and then became successful? Because, of course, I think everyone remembers the famous person or somebody who's tangentially famous from their school years. Must be very surreal when that's happening you whilst you're being essentially in the classroom.
Yeah, I was still at school, which is so odd.
Yeah.
But I think I remember sort of being at work more than being at school, like being at Blue Peter more than I was at school. And whenever I was at school, I think everyone just sort of dismissed me a bit and was just a bit like, oh yeah, it's just Dani. Like I don't remember it ever being kind of too weird. That there wasn't a lot of jealousy or anything. I don't remember it being that big of a deal. Or if it was definitely going on behind my back.
Blissfully unaware.
I was blissfully unaware. So that was probably for the better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Was it hard trying to balance it though? Like
Yeah.
school life and learning lines and
For sure, but we were really lucky in the fact that we had a tutor on set, and I think actually my schoolwork got a little bit better because my school that I went to was rubbish.
Right.
So yeah,
this one-on-one was really helping.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And my tutor was called Mrs. Rainbow, which I just think is just the
Real
most-
name?
real name, Mrs. Rainbow, and she literally was just like a rainbow. She was so sweet.
I love that
I
so
know.
much.
She was
Mrs.
just
Rainbow.
delightful. And
Feels like Balamori come alive.
it was like Balamori, and she always knew if I was really tired that she'd just let me have like a little nap rather than doing any
she
work.
sounds great.
She was great.
Mrs. Rainbow.
Hi, Mrs. Rainbow.
I had an English teacher called Mr. Bean.
Brilliant. Oh my goodness.
Literally, well, he nipped it in the bud straight on day
Oh,
one. I think he had to do it
that's a
every
shame.
year. Just go, yes, my name's Mr. Bean. We're moving on.
Meanwhile, I had a clarinet teacher who kept
Of
calling
course you played the clarinet. Yes, please.
a particular plastic clarinet because I had smaller fingers and I couldn't go
Scott.
to a full-size clarinet. But the weird thing is that my clarinet teacher used to keep calling me Chris, and I never once corrected him.
Amazing.
because I was too sweet and I didn't want to annoy
Your teacher
him.
is watching
but then
this
the
going,
longer
"Oh,
it went
it's no
on, the
secret,
longer the
Chris
lie went on. Yeah.
Oh God! Did people have misconceptions of you, Dani, because of the character that you played? Like, did they expect you to be this
absolutely.
boisterous, rebellious, Tracy Beaker style girl?
Yeah.
When actually you're an old soul having nice one-on-one lessons with Mrs. Rainbow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because this was pre-social media, people actually had to approach you if they wanted like
Yeah.
your autograph or something. This was like pre-phones on cameras on phones. So people would like come up and they would be terrified to speak to me because they thought I was just gonna like shout in their face or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they'd be like, "Are you Tracy Beaker?" And I'd
Yeah.
be like, "Yeah, hi, nice to meet you." And they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you're actually nice."
They
I was
thought
like,
you were gonna be-
"Yeah, I'm an actor. I'm not like that in real life, I promise. I'm actually all right."
What are you like in real? Like, what? Especially, well, what
I'm
were
a
you like
hoot.
as a
I'm a
kid though?
hoot.
Were you shyer? Were you?
Yeah, I was definitely more calm for sure. I wouldn't say shy because I've always had a bit of a gob on me, and I'm definitely a bit overconfident for sure. Not in like a annoying. Well, actually, I am a bit annoying. No, I am annoying.
I don't think you're
know,
annoying
I'll
at
be a
all.
bit.
It's
I
Quite
am a
hard
bit
to
annoying.
judge yourself as a first
Yeah,
person.
it is actually. Yeah, but I'm not an aggressive person. I'm quite chill.
Yeah.
I'm not chill. I'm using all the wrong words
Well,
actually.
one thing that really surprised me was that your first album that you bought was Linkin Park Hybrid Theory.
Yeah,
Which
oh
I
my
think
gosh.
paints quite a picture of you as a
What
teen.
a banging album! It's the
Yeah.
best album if you're angry at your mum.
Really?
Oh, if you just want to slam some doors.
Yeah.
As a teenager, oh, it was great.
If you're angry
So
at your mum
good.
/ chaperone,
Slash
listen
chaperone.
to Linkin
Yeah, we
Park.
spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, of course.
So much time. So yeah, sometimes you just
intense.
needed to let off some steam. Do you know what I mean?
What was the first record you bought? I can't wait
Dido.
for this already.
Dido.
Yeah, Chris, what was yours?
Dido.
Dido, of course.
Dido.
Dido's
right,
white
yeah.
flag because I had a
So,
crush in my year.
Similar.
I had a crush in my year who I was very much in love with, and he found out on Valentine's Day that I had a crush on him. Well, no, okay, full step back. The day before Valentine's Day, I
Yeah.
gave him a card to say that I wasn't in love with him.
That's subtle.
Which
Nice.
was subtle.
Nice.
Well, I
I like
was.
that.
Yeah,
and then
that's a
but
really
he-
normal thing to do.
But then
Of
Scott.
he
course.
ripped up
I don't
the
even like
cards.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't bother getting me a card tomorrow because I'm not in love with you.
Bizarrely, I've got my teenage
Good
diaries
plan.
in my bag, so I can bring
Today?
it today. Because I bought them in for a tangential reason, so I've actually got that written down. I can
that's
show that
great.
later.
I love that that's real treat and mean, keep 'em keen. Get in on the 13th of February to say I don't love you.
I also don't naturally carry around my diaries for my teenage years in
Yeah,
my
I
backpack,
know.
but it's just the circumstances of today.
I love that.
Did you ever sort of speak to people who had, I mean, because your character's fictional, but did you have people who have had real life experience connected to what your character was going through who
Yeah,
came up to you?
I've had so many people from the care their care experience coming up to me. Loads of people love the show so much, but there's also loads of care experience people that hate Tracy Beaker so much, which is totally fair enough because obviously there are so many people that wanted to go into care because of Tracy Beaker, and it honestly makes me want to
Seriously?
throw up. Well, yeah, because quite a lot of the time we made it look really
The dumping
fun.
ground looked unreal to hang out.
And that is absolutely not what the programme was made to do at all. And we really missed the mark with that, like so badly. So there's a lot of care experience people that hate it, and rightly
it's
so.
tricky,
like,
isn't it?
But the thing,
Because
and this is
how-
what I explain. I'm like, one, it's Tracy Beaker's story, so you
Yeah.
can't cover everyone that's
It's
ever
not a
been
documentary
in
as well.
foster care.
It's 3:45 in the afternoon.
Exactly, it's not a documentary. It was aimed at kids, so what you want to do when you're doing a kids program is educate, but do it in a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, there was a lot of hard-hitting topics that we covered, but you still had to do it with humour and love and laughter.
Yep.
But I totally understand their point of view. I totally get it. But the majority of care experience people love it. They really do, because it gave them a voice. You know, they could, for some bizarre reason, actually, being in foster care was such a taboo subject when we were all kids, and I have no idea why. But when, you know, they were at school, when they were kids, they could kind of say, I'm in a care home, a little bit like Tracy Beaker. And then it kind of gave kids a bit of an understanding. So from that point of view, well done, Tracy Beaker.
Yeah.
But making the dumping ground look fun, a big
Look
thumbs
like a
down.
24-hour
That
youth
sucked.
club,
Yes,
didn't it?
exactly. We made it look like Biker Grove at times, and it really, really shouldn't have been. So, yeah.
Also, on the flip side, to anyone who has gone through that experience, it sort of removes a bit of the stigma because there's the assumptions have been lifted of essentially what it's been like because they look up to you, the character, as a kind of person who managed to navigate that and come out as a lovely person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's a bit of a heroine, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, she goes against the statistics. God,
Yeah.
that's a really hard word to say. But yeah,
We did it.
we did.
I think as well, and when I read the books as a kid, it was great to kind of have quite a flawed character as well. Of like, you related to her because she also had a temper, and
Yeah.
you're navigating your youth and finding out you find things to be certain things to be sensitive and shout at. It was quite she was real.
Yeah, she got really passionate, but it always came from a place of love. Like
Yeah.
she just wanted to be loved. She just wanted that family.
Yeah.
So to see her now, well, where we've sort of left off the character after the 700th time of bringing her back, she's a mum and she's a bloody good mum as
Yeah.
well. And I think that's what's really important is showing a care experienced person that can go on and become a great parent, which I think is the good part of the Tracy Beaker. Sorry, whacking your mic.
Have you ever had any sort of prolific fans that you like? Because we had Pat Sharp on, who turns out David Beckham was a big fan
Oh,
of. Like,
yeah.
have you ever had a celeb come up to you and be like, "I love Tracy Beaker"?
Oh gosh, I think there's been quite a few actually that have surprised me. I think the weirdest one I think was probably Stormzy when he sampled the Tracy
Yeah.
Beaker thing. I actually didn't know. I'm very uncool. I'd heard of Stormzy, but thought they were a band. So wasn't familiar with the Stormzy's work. Okay,
Lovely.
so I had Radio 1 call me up and be like, "What do you think of Stormzy sampling
Oh no.
the Tracy Beaker theme tune?" And I was like, "Oh, I think the band is doing really well.
Oh,
well
Dani,
done.
no.
Like properly sounded like the oldest fart you've ever heard in your life." And then they played the
I'm
song,
such a
and
big
I was
fan
just
of
like,
the Stormzy.
The
Stormzy.
Stormzy. Great. I'm going to go on the Twitter and
Yes.
tweet about it. So I think that's pretty up there because everyone went wild,
Yeah.
and my social media was blowing up and everything. And then I realised actually that's quite a big deal. So
He nailed it as
pretty
well.
cool. Yeah.
So as well as Stormzy, was there anyone else?
Oh gosh.
I mean, what a question to ask.
That's mad.
As well as Stormzy.
I know, as well as Stormzy. Oh gosh.
Stormzy hopping on the Tracy Beaker theme tune was quite legendary though.
Steve Coogan asked my autograph, which I thought was
Really?
quite cool.
Oh my god. What's your do you like? Is that quite an earworm for you? The theme tune.
I can make my world come true. All my dreams will see me through. Doesn't matter what may come my way. Believe me now, I will win someday.
I don't think I know the words still, weirdly, to the theme tune.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Do you just hear the first few beats and then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's more of like an entrance for me. I'm like, here I come.
You
It would
just
be
hear,
amazing
I
if
can
that
make my
was-
dreams come true, and then it's
yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing if that was your ringtone.
It might
my
well
God.
be. It's not been on
What
for
a
like
power
15
move
years.
that would be. That's the
To
rumour
be
we want to
fair.
get spread. You know, Dani Harmer has the Tracy
I know.
Beaker theme
Well, I
tune.
have a
That's-
Tracy Beaker tattoo, so it's
What?
just one.
Where?
Yeah,
Show us,
on my leg.
please.
On my leg.
Oh my
Sorry, I'm
God.
flashing my. Yeah.
We're in full. Nick. What's the
incredible.
illustrator's name?
Nick Sharrett.
Nick Sharrett.
Yeah. And I showed Jacqueline Wilson not that long ago, and she went, "Oh."
Oh,
She's not a fan of tattoos, but I just loved her reaction. She went,
she's
"Oh."
not. But she wrote the illustrated mum.
Yeah, she did, but she really doesn't really like tattoos
She's old
very much.
school.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you never miss an update or an episode.
The thing about it is that we were really subtle,
Really subtle.
and
really subtle.
subtlety really works
Yeah,
between us.
we don't care if you enjoy it or like it, but
I mean, that would
Do like and
we
subscribe.
do. We do care.
no, we don't. We're
No, we
really
do.
nonchalant. We're really nonchalant, but
But we're
do
not-
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And leave a good review if you want.
If you want.
It's no
But it's no big deal.
It's fine
You don't
either
have
way.
to do it. You
You
don't
don't
have
have
to
to.